Hi, everyone. I hope that you are enjoying your Friday and this beautiful week of nice weather here in Florida, as I keep calling the Florida winter, where we Floridians search for our sweaters excitedly to keep ourselves warm as we enter the brand new book in the Torah, the second book of the Torah of Exodus, into the Torah portion called Shemot. It is the first Torah portion in the book of Exodus, and it covers a lot of ground. The Torah portion is really from the beginning of the first words of the Torah portion and the book that describes that a new king arises over Egypt that doesn't know Joseph from last week, essentially. We find out that the Israelites are enslaved. It's the beginning of the slavery piece that we know so well from the story of Passover, and then the rest of the story unfolds, and the story of Moses in a basket, and eventually, growing up in the palace, if you will, the Egyptian palace, and then watching the taskmaster who is hitting the Israelites, which he slays, and then he escapes the burning bush. All of that actually is all in this week's Torah portion, and it's an enormous portion that covers a lot of ground in it. In fact, it's the whole origin story in the beginning process, all in one Torah portion, because next week's Torah portion is already the plagues. So we have to fill in all the gaps before we get to the plagues. A lot going on. What you see behind you is this image from the very popular movie, which you've all probably seen or at least heard of, The Ten Commandments. And this is the moment, if you will, where Moses is saying to Pharaoh the famous words, and the famous words that we sing and that our kids always sing: let my people go. And that is in this week's Torah portion because it's the first order, if you will, that's given to Moses uh, right after the burning bush moment. God says to Moses, I need you to go back to Egypt and let my people go. And so this is the moment, the on screen moment from the biblical text that is in this week's Torah portion of let my people go. Poignant and painful that we often know this phrase, we sing it at our seders, and it couldn't be more relevant in this week, and we think about it as the possibility exists that tomorrow some of our people could be let go. As we know, there are these conversations and dialogues between Israel and Qatar and Hamas about the release of allegedly up to 33 hostages. It's supposed to be tomorrow, Saturday. They say it around 4 p.m. Our time, 4 p.m. I don't remember, 4 p.m. Israel time. And there is a list of the 33 hostages that are supposedly going to be released. And so, more so than ever, can we say the words in any Torah portion, let my people go. It it couldn't be more painfully relevant than it is in this very moment for this conceptual temporary ceasefire. There is a list that was produced, like I said, of the 33 hostages. We don't know if there's an order. We don't know if it'll be followed. We don't know any of the exact details. We do know that the exchange of the hostages also has an exchange set up. The 33 hostages are exchanged for 110 Palestinian terrorists who are serving life sentences. And so it is quite the complicated moment. And the true reflection of the words, let my people go. It is also poignantly the weekend of MLK weekend, and we also, in a few minutes from now, we'll be able to engage in services like we always do for our Erev Shabbat service. But as we have for years and years and years, we share this weekend with Ebenezer Baptist Church. And so their pastor will be on our bima tonight in solidarity and in connection between our two congregations for this very meaningful weekend for all of us. And Dr. King used this phrase many times throughout the moments that he shared in speeches and talks and spoke. He said, "Let my people go," in Jewish houses of worship, in non-Jewish houses of worship, in different schools and colleges. He would, in his travels and his fight for freedom and equality, he also said these words, "Let my people go." And so on this Shabbat, I think that we can collectively pool our hope, we can pool our thoughts, we can pool our wishes that some of this will work and come true, and we can ultimately say the words on this Shabbat that some of our people will be let go. Services, like I mentioned, are not that far from now. They are at 6:30 as usual, and then tomorrow morning at 8:30 is our usual service and Torah study. 8:30 tomorrow, and then if you want to join us, we're also Congregation B'nai Israel is going to be at Ebenezer Baptist Church on Sunday. So you are able to join us for the whole weekend, and for all of us to be thinking of justice and the words, "Let my people go." I hope we're able to put as much shalom as we can into our Shabbat. See you soon.